Hello, 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 thank you so much for joining me once again. My name is still Brian, this is still my channel, and today, as promised, we are starting a new experience. So if you are a longtime viewer of this channel, you may know that one of my favorite games that I've done on it so far is Scarlet Hollow. It is a very entertaining, kind of choice-based, supernatural, cosmic horror story. It's very cool. Would recommend checking those out if you haven't seen them yet. But, as I had promised, I was going to go ahead and look up the previous game made by sort of the people who made Scarlet Hollow, which are, I think, Black Tabby Studios or something like that. That game is Slay the Princess, and from what I understand, it's a horror adjacent game as well. That's why I'm starting with our content warning. Is there anything else? You know, I always say this before games that I start, that I try to go in as blind as I can. I open like the first 30 seconds of the game to do like a little bit of fiddling with sound settings, so hopefully that should, work out and not be too distracting. But other than that, I think that's about everything. Going to go ahead and see what this is like. From what I can tell, it is very similar in terms of like interface to Scarlet Hollow, so that shouldn't be anything difficult for us here. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Let's find out just how much of a love story it is. Like I said, I played like 30 seconds just so I could get the audio right. Hopefully it's more or less right. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Pretty straightforward.
You're
that's the
here
other
to
thing I
slay
wanted
her.
to say.
If you
This
don't,
is kind
it will
I'm not
be
sure
the
what the
end
difference
of the
between like the
world.
pristine cut and the original cut is, but I downloaded the pristine cut, so this is kind of like a newly released version that only came out in like the last couple months, I think. Okay. Oh my gosh. Forget it. You consider I'm okay? Do I get some kind of award? Viva la revolucion! I like that. Let's see here. Let's go with this one.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been waiting for the revolution, but I also kind of like the idea of just a world without people. I don't know. How can a princess locked away in the basement of the world?
Linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Look, I can either start a revolution,
the end of your journey,
exterminate all of mankind, or fall in love with a princess. I am perfectly down with any of those three, but I need more details.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
You have to do
okay.
it.
Sorry.
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules.
I don't make the rules.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Let's see. Doesn't it seem kind of bad? I don't know.
Are you a monarchist?
Are you a monarchist?
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Dang!
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Narrator going like full French Revolution, Jacobin type deal here. Here we go. Have you considered I'm okay with the world?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to...
Have you seen it out there? It is trash!
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
Yeah, I'm definitely not one of those. Let's
While
hear
I
it.
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
And you can take my word for it.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by
Oh,
asking
okay.
how
More
I know
pragmatic
that,
lens. I like
let me suggest a
pragmatism.
more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Oh,
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing.
Is this gonna be some kind of like meta game of like the world ends because the win condition has been completed and she's left the cabin, and so that's all for the game when we're gonna shut you down now?
It's no use arguing
that
semantics over a
feels
metaphorical chicken or egg,
wild.
because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Yes, queen, slay the princess.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before
No,
you get
I mean,
it.
if it's for a reward.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you.
If
Whatever
this
you
is gonna
think
be
it might
another
be,
achievement,
I can promise you it's going to be
I already
even
discovered
better than your
that in
wildest
Lab Rat
imagination.
how rewarding achievements can be.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself
I will
out.
say, I like how we're like 5 minutes into the game, and they're already establishing like this environment of paranoia. Of like, who do I listen to? Do I listen to the narrator
Then
or the
each
princess?
and every one of us is doomed.
Will I end the world? Am I killing an innocent person?
So
What's going
sure,
on?
Go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Alright, well, we're gonna go talk to her.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. If he's me, it feels like I might know what I'm talking about. Maybe.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh, perfectly set up for a murder.
The blade
Thank you.
is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright. Ooh, take the blade, or do I just go in without it? I kind of want to just eschew the blade and go in without it. I'm going to save it here. I'm not sure entirely what's going to go on, but I kind of want to just enter the basement without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her
This
a
is
favor.
giving me like BG3 narrator
Her
vibes
voice
almost.
softly
Like,
carries
it's a
up
very
the stairs.
kind of omniscient. It's like a mix of like BG3 and Stanley Parable.
Hello?
It feels.
Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Very philosophical.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, sorry. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. Haha. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Sorry.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Okay, so we can.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I feel like she probably is, but at the same time, I can either rebel against the monarchy or rebel against the, like, circumstances of the game. And the latter sounds more fun to start.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
It's a little unnerving that you're speaking without moving your mouth, though.
Okay.
And, I'll try to, like, be mostly silent for her lines, because I know, like, I don't know. It feels like my face is blocking the dialogue options right now. I could, I guess, move it to, like, the bottom left or bottom right, but I feel like that would be weird in terms of visual experience. Anyway.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay, so she doesn't have a name.
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
I don't know, I mean, you know, there are people out there named Mario.
Like I said, you can call me Princess.
Okay,
if you
so
like.
everybody is being wildly sus here.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though.
Okay.
Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. Keep her locked away. Retrieve the blade. Oh my gosh, there's so many options! Go back upstairs. Can't believe I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. Okay. Let's talk more about her.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Yeah, she's got a point.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Or do I want to kill her at the start and then redeem myself? I mean, I don't know. Like, I know that, or at least I've heard there's some kind of like time loop causality here, so I'm not sure.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
My character in this game does not know there's a time loop mechanic, so I feel like he would want to get her out.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
But I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world.
I like the world. I mean, that's more than me.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
Some kind of like Prospero-esque sorceress.
I believe her.
I believe
She
her.
doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
She does.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here.
That's a good point.
And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything.
I know
all for the sake of
nothing
one
about the,
person
like,
and a subjugating
world
monarch, no
building
less.
lore of this universe. So, asking me to, like, build, take major actions based on trust me is probably not going to get you very far. Also, if you, like, have a kid, for example, me, who, like, grew up on the autism spectrum, parenting them with "because I said so" not going to answer very many questions or probably get you close to what you're trying to get them to do. Just saying. Keep her locked. Basically, can't just set her free, keep her locked away, retrieve the blade, or let her out.
I'm only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Okay.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Let's see what happens.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Maybe it's the blade.
Whoever locked
It's a
the
key
princess away
blade!
down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Let's see here.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Okay. Good to know.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
You want to go like full Saw 2004 and just get rid of your hand?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Damn. This girl is intense.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh no!
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let's just try the door,
Try
see what
the door.
happens. Ah, dang
It's
it.
locked from the outside.
Anybody want to
Your
enter?
shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Alright. So,
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
basically
This
they
would
want
have
me to
been
like
so
strangle her,
much easier
right?
if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Oh,
before
damn!
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth
Did not
tearing through her
anticipate
limb
that.
with the determination of a trapped wolf.
She really is going Saw 2004.
As she rips her flesh from her
Jesus.
bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No, absolutely
or
not.
we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna save the princess.
Fine.
Again, it may just be a me thing, but when you tell me, hey, don't do this, and then like go through steps to try to keep me from doing this, I'm going to be more motivated. I'm not going to
Against
like
your better
bow to
judgment,
what you have to tell me
place
to
the
do.
blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Now we need to find like a hot pipe, like Carrie Elwes did, and, like cauterize it.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground.
Damn!
And the heavy chains follow suit.
That is
She didn't
wild.
so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Okay, so I feel like at this point, I don't know whether saving her or slaying her would have been the right move. But if there's a time loop thing, which I think this was identified on Steam as under like the time loop category, we're gonna have to do both anyway.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's go.
No, We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Oh, sure, now you want to get involved, narrator?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, he's gonna force me to.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
And I'm guessing all the options are slay the princess? Warn her! I mean, there isn't a save option, right? Like, this is going to be all slay, 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 slay. Alright, well, I guess I'm warning her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this,
Kill
right?
me! Kill me instead!
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges.
Good job, princess.
The wall
Get in
the
there.
blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Can I warn her again? Resist! Resist! Because screw
The
you!
blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
You've known me for 15 minutes at this point.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
If you gotta stab me, stab me.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Do it.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Can I die?
No, I'm so sorry.
Stay
No, kill me.
strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
You are getting like a very clear glimpse of who I am. Like, I will fully let myself die just to stick it to a video game narrator.
For her sake.
Screw you.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Well, opening your eyes might be a good start.
Probably not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Cool.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
We'll find out.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Bye, princess. Oh, that's it? Chapter 2, the damsel? Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
Here's the time
And at
loop.
the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end
I
of the
wonder
world.
what happens if you try to take the exact same path. Like, will the game let you? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to take the exact same path that I just did. If I edit out, an entire chunk of game, it's because the exact same thing just happened again. If I don't, they did it different. They did a new thing.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
It's very, like,
If
happy
he doesn't
death
remember what
day.
happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Voice of the
If we're going to
smitten?
save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Do I have, like, dissociative identity disorder?
Beloved?
Multiple personalities?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of
The
us will be
four of
foiling
us?
any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Ah.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I'm pretty sure this whole thing just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I
Those are
bother
two
doing everything?
very different
Anything.
questions, but
Something.
fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of.
Sure.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain.
Villain?
Not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
Still haven't
I
elaborated.
beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestation. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
What's the
If you're
point?
asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess
Yeah,
to kill us,
I've-
and now
yours
everyone's
kinda got
right
it.
back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question
Ooh,
of
that's an
how
interesting
you got
question.
back here. Did time simply
We
rewind
just
itself?
finished me side,
or
and
were you
that's like
instead
a whole
transported to a
multiversal
different world
experience.
entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you?
I don't think she would have.
She would never.
She's a perfect angel.
She's a perfect angel that you
I wouldn't maybe
cruelly
go that
imprisoned
far,
as
but,
part
you
of
know,
some
you do you, Smith.
convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted. I don't know how this premise
Princess
could be
bad.
any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's talk. Give me more information about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Alright. Douse yourself in cold water or something. Pull it back a little.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's
Well,
unfortunate, I know.
yeah, then I
It's
can just
the way
leave.
it is. People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Why couldn't they slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the
I'm
only
really
person
wondering if this
capable
is some
doing
kind of
this.
meta thing of like,
Call it a
you,
prophecy, if that
we
helps.
know you are a video
It's
game
just the way
player,
things are. Oh, I didn't know
and
we were special.
thus only the PC can do it.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
What aren't you telling me, my guy? What aren't you telling me,
Told
my
you
guy?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation
Well, if
and
the
make your job
situation is
more
as
difficult.
simple as Princess Bad Slayer, you can overcomplicate it a little bit and I'll still
Not to
understand.
sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Alright, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I'm gonna find a way. First of all, no. I'm gonna say this first, and then I'm gonna turn
That's
around
right.
and
You
leave.
can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing
So the
anyone
voice of the
does.
smitten said 4 of us, so I'm wondering if, like, each loop you introduce a new
Are
voice.
these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Alright, bye.
Are we running away? What are you doing?
Brave
we
Sir
have to
Robin
save
ran
her.
away. He bravely ran away.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Oh yes, I definitely
Sorry, I doubt
know.
that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks
I
like this
figured it
path
was probably gonna...
also leads to the
You know what
cabin.
it's called.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved.
What is it, like
after
a
all.
Morton's Fork? I think it's Morton's Fork. That's kind of what's going on here. Let's leave again!
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine. You
But
turn around
fine.
and trek back down the path you came.
This narrator is gonna go like full Stanley Parable insane. Watch me.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Did she finally escape? Or am I gonna get eaten by a bear?
What's going on? Where are we?
Oh, I don't like this one bit. There's not a single damsel
Feels like I'm about to get eaten by a bear.
Well done.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder, something other is close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Urgency. You have a story. I guess the quotes are the person trying to present it. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much threat in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Oh my gosh! Okay, return to your destined path or face the
You're on a
consequences.
path.
Back
in
to
the
chapter
woods,
1.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
I got multiple achievements
And
for
in the
it, so
basement of that
yay.
cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Good to know. You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab or RI on your controller. Okay. So... Can I just hit tab? Go. Skip? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and... let's see... Okay, end of the world.
Don't linger on.
Okay, cool.
Look,
And
you're
the
already-
evidence.
While does it?
Kind of bad. Alright, so all of this is
Oh, if only.
very
And
standard.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Then each. And so sure, go talk to her.
So now's the
See
time
if you
where
make your
I
way up
said,
the
I mean, I guess it
short
didn't
path
work
to the
last
cabin.
time. Sorry, I'm moving
You'll
around a
find
little
the
bit, might be
princess
shaking the
within.
camera. But last time I said, like, I'm going to go down the exact same path I did last time. Now I'm actually going to do
We're
it.
not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I guess I'll proceed into the cabin. So last time
The
around, there was a
interior of
knife
the
that I
cabin is
did
almost
not
entirely
take.
bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Okay, cool. Blade is your implement? No, thank you. Entering the basement. I think I said just checking in on you last time.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Get me out of these chains. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your name? What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? Alright, don't make me regret this. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I think what's the next thing that
Maybe there's
they
some way to
said?
break the chains? Or if that doesn't work,
Okay, someone else there. Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and I'll repeat myself once.
By the
You tried
door.
to-
Nope. Alright, returning to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way
Something's
to
gotta
the bottom
happen,
of the
right?
stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade, like you was easier for everyone.
You won't like what happens if you do that. So once again, I'm going to save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade
Get
against
out of
the
here,
wall.
approaching the
We
locked
won't
door.
have any of that.
Sorry,
the stakes
I'm
are too.
just going to do everything the same.
Stop that.
And oh, it doesn't let me resist this time. It is completely blacked out. Okay, now I guess I have to slay the princess. So we are going to go down a new path. Let's see here. Resist, slay. Oh, I guess sorry, princess, I am slaying you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
there's no getting through to you right now, is there?
Sorry.
A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
Damn.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth.
Oh, is she gonna kill me?
somehow
Yay!
pull apart
Awesome!
your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both.
Kind of
seep
gives me a
into
vibe of
the
like that one artist guy that turned into a demon from Scarlet Hollow. We saved his mother.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, sweet. Oh, it's the witch this time. I think last time around it was the damsel, right?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, but I died. What am I doing here? She's gonna kill me again. I definitely
I
got
can
her.
assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Huh.
Brilliant. We need to
Ooh,
keep
it's
our
the
cards close to our
opportunist
chest, and I'm
now.
not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Let's assume, well, I guess I'm just gonna proceed to the cabin. Last time I turned around and left, so this time I'm just gonna go straight for it.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
I guess I'll proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
So this time I'm going to take the blade, but I'm still going to go up and try to find a way to help her escape. Ooh, approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean. Good idea.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin.
Dang, I need a manicure.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Let's take the... Oh, so we do nothing? The mirror did no good for us. Okay.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Alright, let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Okay, that's kind of hot. I mean, no. Scary. Not hot. Not hot at all. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
Okay, if you say so.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Okay, so she has this...
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion.
Yeah.
Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
Alright, let's see here.
Thank you.
Ooh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
I wasn't planning on using it.
How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Did you not know that, narrator? That's interesting. So if he's not the one responsible for this, then...
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Oh gosh. So we're basically doing what like Wanda was doing in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and like hopping into versions of our bodies in other universes, right?
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue. Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains
Oh,
fall
cool.
from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really.
Yeah, I respect
She knows
that.
how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
No, thank you. I get the sense that you are not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Can I, like, give her the knife? Oh, I can't give her the knife, but I'm gonna explore first.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. Well, if you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay, I will.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
So she's the
Seems
witch,
to me like
according
she's
to the
offering
title,
a
right?
mutually beneficial arrangement.
So she's got
We
some
should
kind of
take it.
power she didn't have in the last universe.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Alright.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world.
I feel like
remember?
slaying the princess in like any timeline or universe that we're in is going to like make us jump chapters and progress the story faster. And I want to like stretch this
Even
out.
if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Alright. I don't care how you... I'm going to attack you now, slay the princess. I don't trust you. I'm leaving. Don't want to hurt you. Alright. I'm going to give her the blade. That was the idea that I had, and it does give me an option of doing that. So I'm going to overwrite my save real quick. And give her the blade.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it
Look,
to
we
kill
can
us?
either take an anti-princess run
No.
or an anti-narrator run.
As do I. I abstain. You abstain.
You abstain.
She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. Yeah, never mind. That's such a silly idea. Nope, I'm giving her the blade. If she kills us, she
You're
kills
going to
us.
get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
And this way she can actually literally stab us in the back.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
Hopefully not you killing me, but, you know, that's not a deal breaker. Like someone I know. Let's see, we're both scared, we're both hurting. I didn't really choose last time. Let's see. But I do regret it.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Alright, go ahead and kill me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Ooh, does she have fangs? That's
What?
cool.
No, come on, that's not right. I told you.
I'm fine with this.
You.
Because again,
this is what she was
I think, yeah, this is interesting. So we are going to jump timelines again, presumably. So if we do that, then at least we'll do it with the princess knowing that she stabbed us last time.
Glee
Right?
dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you
Let's go. Hand your power to a suspicious character. Interesting.
You're
I think
on
we
a
got
path
time for
in the
one more
woods. She stabbed us.
chapter.
She actually stabbed us.
Voice of the cheated.
Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against. But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway.
Well, we knew we were gonna jump universes. I mean, I guess it only happens when we get killed, but at the same time, even when we, like, tried to kill her, it didn't work for us.
I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try, exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading. Someone's in the know. I've had enough of these annoying little secrets. If you want us to do this, you have to let us in on your game already. All of your game. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
Even now I'm sure she understands that. I hope you don't think I'm planning on freeing her. Screw the cabin, what happened to her, just leave. I'm done with this. Bye! Let's see what she has to say.
Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room.
I'm the smartest in a room where there's no other people.
I'm not
so
sure
yes.
it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan. Trust in what plan? The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole
Yeah,
trusting
definitely
thing,
you
isn't
can
it?
trust
A good
me.
leader knows
I'm not
how and when to keep
intentionally
things
letting the
secret.
princess kill
And
me in every
sometimes a
single
good leader even knows
go
to
round
keep things secret
because I just
from
want to fight the
himself.
narrator. No.
Sure, we'll see what she has to say for herself, but don't forget that whatever she says is likely just as much lies as what he's been telling us. We should keep our cards close to our chest.
There's gonna be a...
If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You
There's
know
gonna
how
be a
dangerous
point
she
in this
is.
game where
You should know
you
that
can, like,
someone like
start
her shouldn't be
figuring
let
out...
loose upon the world.
They're gonna start, like, leaving evidence, right? And we never got an answer about the mirror.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into
Oh,
it.
that's
Right.
really worthy.
Not even
so...
he really seems to get what's going on. If the guy who goes
narrator,
around
like, the
acting
first
like he knows
player?
all the rules doesn't even know how this works, what's the point in listening? Then we can all move on and forget what I said about failure.
But
It's important
that wouldn't
that you
explain
believe
why
in
you can't
yourself,
give
and
us
the
any
fact you're here
details.
probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
Alright, let's go ahead and proceed to the... Actually, let's say screw
She
Captain
gets
first.
out is what happens. Maybe not right away, but eventually. And a world that's doomed tomorrow is just as bad as a world that's doomed today.
That is true.
I'm not sure I buy that. Everything has to end eventually. If it takes years to get out of there and supposedly end the world, then we've bought everyone that time.
Yeah, the
and all
cheating
without
does
having to
have a
murder
good
anybody
point.
in the process.
How long
Not
does
that
it
she's
take?
innocent, but murder is unpleasant and
Murder is unpleasant.
risky. It could be a better solution for everyone. You're here to permanently end the threat she poses. You're not here to temporarily postpone it.
Alright, well, we're going to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna put... I know what I have to do, that doesn't mean I'm gonna do it.
The interior
Oh my
of the
gosh.
cabin is hardly an
What are these,
interior
like
at all
roses?
anymore.
No, they're not roses.
The burned-out ruins
Well, they kind
merely
of look- some of
suggest
them
the
look
shape
more
of the
like
structure
roses
that
than
once
others.
stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right.
Oh, good, no
This is
pristine
supposed
blade.
to be a
I
pristine
wasn't
blade.
gonna take it and just go around
Why
anyway.
isn't there a
but
pristine
I'm,
blade?
I'm glad that that choice is out the window.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her.
I was gonna get chummy with her anyway.
As far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
I gotta say, I relate to the voice of the cheated here. Like, it, very like, screw all of this, we're gonna get spited anyway. How do we, only thing I see is the
You're
mirror.
right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go.
And we didn't get
There
answers
isn't.
about the mirror last time.
I still don't get his angle here. Seems like whatever we do, he's always going to say it isn't there. He's either a liar or he doesn't hold all the cards. But I think we already knew it had to be one of those. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
You mean the mirror?
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the
I
basement,
guess you did mean the mirror.
hesitating before you begin the descent. It went away when we touched it last time. Not that this place always follows the same rules.
Let's wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good.
Huh.
As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is
So
forward,
there really
isn't it?
wasn't a mirror, but there was some kind of illusion,
That's where everything tends
right?
to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Alright, well, we are gonna enter the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished.
Full of regret.
Yet fresh shoots of thorny
Because she
branches
killed
are
us last
already
time,
weaving
and she
themselves through the
presumably
soot-covered
remembers that
earth
she
of the
killed
walls
us.
around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a
We're
trap,
not saving
but
the world.
You practically
You know
said
we're
as
not
much.
saving the world.
Yet you still
That's
want us
not
to
in our
keep going.
list of plans.
They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that.
So she
I don't
does
know what you want from
remember.
me. I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
It seems like she's a little bit more hopeless in this go.
Continue down the basement stairs,
Like
brushing past
nihilistic.
the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a
Why
pristine
doesn't she
blade.
used to just cut through the...
Did you know this was
Plants.
going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
So you're in a prison of your own making. If you want to wallow in it, I'm gonna leave. Have a nice life. I've wanted to free her. I'm gonna keep trying to free her.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who... Yep, that is true. That feels very philosophical. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm as trapped as you are. We need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Yep. Can I take the blade now? I feel like as soon as I take the blade, he's gonna make me stab her, right?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
Kiss her! No.
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. Careful with that one. He's not the smooth negotiator he thinks he is. It does feel like we're stuck until we do something. If there's even anything to do besides make things worse. We're not making things worse. I think she wants to trust us.
Then all that counts as action. So all of these are the same options that we've had already. So the path that leads to taking the blade, trying to save her, is that one.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort.
Apparently being stabbed to death is not pleasant. Who would have guessed?
But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what what we should do with it. We free her, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to free her.
It's the
you
right
know
thing
I'm gonna
to do.
try to free her.
I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides...
See, voice of the
really
cheated. Stick it to the narrator.
Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count.
You don't count,
and why
narrator.
shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Well, I'm gonna try to save you. I don't know if I'm gonna succeed. I just wanted my blade back. Peace out.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Free this princess.
Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions. Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in
Oh,
the
that
heart.
would be just sadistic. I'm sure
You're
people
not
have
going
done
to
it.
do that,
but
are you?
damn! That would be brutal.
All it would take is a single slip of the blade. Is that really all you've got, threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you. Our blade didn't even waver when he said that. Yeah, you're right, he's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Opportunist living up to form?
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
Nah.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Of course I did.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two
At least
of
you didn't
you
have to
rush
hack
to
off
the
her own
basement
hand this
stairs.
time. That is a positive development.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way.
I have a feeling it's not
What
going
a
to be that
pathetic
easy.
showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Ooh, cut into the thorns or step into the thorns? I'm gonna save here again. It feels like usually when I save, I make a decision that I don't really regret. But this time I'm not sure. I'm gonna cut into the thorns.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do
Well,
to
if the
you to
world
deserve
ends,
this?
then I'll be able to see it.
It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted. You and the princess
really relate to
hesitate
the
at the
cheating.
cabin door.
It's
This
astounding.
is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
I get the feeling it's gonna be tougher. But step into your freedom, let's go!
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step
Yay!
out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now?
Uh-oh, is this thing closing in, this weird entity?
Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Ooh! Okay. You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away, and has left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Is this gonna be like cat fur or something?
We're
overtaking
top of
the
the pecking
world?
order now. Right, boys? Good riddance. Does this mean we won? All right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Well, I guess we're checking the mirror.
Can't win. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
We probably shouldn't, but
It's going to do something to us.
there's not a whole lot else we can
feel
do
it.
here.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Approaching the mirror. Ah! Oh, no, hang on.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Mirror?
It's different now. It feels...
It does feel final, but again, there's
Final.
nowhere else to go. You approach the mirror. You gaze into your reflection. What are we? Is that all like thorns, or we have really bad nail procedure here? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. See to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
So that's why the world ends. Okay, thank God. Now I know. You're that thing I meant, the space. I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
You want to give me
I
some
am
details?
solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Oh, interesting.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a
Yes.
fragile vessel?
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
So, is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Good point. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Interesting.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the
I
princess?
have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just now making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
So I'm assuming right now that freeing the princess was what made her accessible to this entity that wouldn't have gotten her before.
I know only that they are.
Alright, let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
So what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
So is this a love story between us and the
There is
entity?
no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh. Let's see here. What if I don't, like, how many more pieces do I have to
More
find?
than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
How much will I forget? Ah!
Everything, until we meet again. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay, makes sense. What if I don't let you do this?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and
Okay.
illuminated.
I'm going to save it here just because I want to go make me forget as my choice, but I want to see what happens if I wait.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Aw. Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
So ethereal.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh, that's romantic. Okay, interesting. So I'm assuming that was intentional, right? So, shut it down. Good that I saved it where I did. I'm going to probably wait for it to come back up.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Oh, awesome. So I got an achievement for it. I cut out a little bit. I was basically just pulling up on my phone, like, what happens if you wait. Because for whatever reason, this game takes a long time to load. Okay. So I might or might not edit out some stuff. I don't think I had anything there that I, particularly care about. There was just a little while where I was just not talking because I was like, hey, what's going on? But okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay.
You won't.
Aw. Everything goes dark and you die. Wow, okay. So we're back to chapter
You're on a
1.
path in the
And
wood.
that is where we are going to save it. Okay. I was planning on ending it as soon as we got to the next chapter, so this is a really good point. Wow. I don't know what I was expecting coming into this, because like I said, I keep myself mostly in the dark. But it is just wild to me that they went for, like, some kind of like multi-dimensional eldritch horror storyline from what I can tell. It's very interesting. I will definitely be playing more of this. Actually, I'm gonna look up right now how long to clear Slay the Princess Pristine, because I always like to figure out how long it takes to like do everything, how long to beat. It is okay, about 3 hours for the main story, 16 and a half hours for completionist. Jeez. For a little behind the scenes, like that's just something that I do. But when I play a game, it's like I go to this website, howlongtobeat.com, to like make sure that it is beatable in a reasonable number of episodes. Just so I'm not playing, you know, like 52 different 3-hour episodes to try to get through a game. Because as much as I'll commit to a game, that's a little much even for me. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I've really enjoyed this. You can definitely look forward to me playing a little bit more of it later. If you have any other thoughts about this game or other games you want me to play or anything like that, as always, feel free to get in the comments. I am, always interested in what people have to say. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, sharing with friends and enemies. Hitting the notification bell if the mood so strikes you. And, just keep an eye out for new episodes of mine. It'll be either this, Kindergarten 3, or something different, who knows. But until then, do your best to stay involved, stay engaged, most importantly, stay cool. I will see y'all next time, but for now, bye-bye!